If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video and another objective player. This time, of course, the Rulebreaker, Akinfenwa. Available through completing just a few objectives in the no boundaries game mode. I hate that game mode, or that friendly, whatever it is. Basically, it's no rules, and I can't stand no rules. It is so frustrating. You forget, you know? And then I went and played a few silver games and silver lounge and things like that, and then you can tell people are bouncing between them because people keep forgetting that it's no rules. So sometimes you'll play a game against someone who doesn't try and break the offside trap or foul you or anything, and then other times you'll play against people who try and break your legs. And then in the silver lounge, people have just come from no boundaries, they forget and they still try and break your legs. Then they get sent off and quit. But either way, we managed to get Akinfenwa done quite quickly. Mole is on the channel as well if you're interested in him. That is the league objective player. Akinfenwa is going to be geared more towards silver teams for silver lounge and objectives like that, I think. I mean, of course, you can take him into weekend league or into rivals or whatever you want. And of course, Akinfenwa is a quote-unquote legend of FIFA. So regardless of how he plays in game, it is still awesome to have this card. And every year, normally at least, they do something with Akinfenwa. This year, of course, there's no Scream as such, so we do get this Rulebreaker, which is nice because now we have an Akinfenwa with pace, which is definitely something that we obviously, if they're ever going to boost a stat, it was always going to have to be the pace. So now he has 79 acceleration, 83 sprint speed. And as you can see, we have a hunter on him. And with that, takes him up to 89 acceleration, 93 sprint speed. He only has the 2-star skills and 3-star weak foot. I did say in the 6 PM video yesterday that it would have been fantastic and not game-breaking in the slightest if they'd literally just given him 4-star, 4-star. They could easily have given him 5-star, 5-star, and nobody would have batted an eyelid. In fact, if anything, it would have made people go out and get it even more. Low work rates, very Mario Balotelli-esque, which unfortunately is not a good thing. 90 positioning, 90 finishing, 95 shot power, 89 volleys, and 85 penalties to boot. His passing is woeful, so for those who were saying, why didn't you put a dead eye on him? 71 short passing and 66 vision is still terrible, so I don't think it makes a difference. I played him in a gold team with Mbappe, but I also played him in a silver team with Moise Kean as well, because I mean, I started reviewing him in the, I can't remember what game mode it was. It was a friendly mode, and you'll see evidence of it in the top left. It was in that 77 rated, the Mole game mode, whatever it's called. I started playing him in there, and he did get the odd goal, and he did the odd thing, but as you can see, we're getting absolutely battered. Why? Because Akinfenwa just isn't capable of being that striker that you need him to be. I'm used to playing with, you know, very good players, of course I am, but he's just too slow, and it sounds really stupid for me to say that, because with a hunter, he has that 89 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, but he feels so sluggish. And it's a bit of a weird one as well, because he shouldn't really, and that does bring me back round to, do the upgrades that EA give for these type of players actually do what they say on the tin? Like, you know, I know people criticize chem styles all the time. Does a chem style actually do what it's meant to do, you know? Does the hunter really give him 89 acceleration, 93 sprint speed? Because surely, if I have, or rather, if it does, then he should feel really quick. But he doesn't. He feels very slow. He can't break away from anyone. And we're talking, you know, defenders without chem styles on them who already have like 70 pace anyway. And he can't get past them. He feels really, really sluggish. He's like a brick to move. You can't turn him around. His strength is undeniable. He's very strong and he can hold up the ball very well. The unfortunate thing with Akinfenwa is that the reaction time that it takes him to actually wind up a shot it's embarrassing how long it takes. His passing is so bad that it's very, very rare that he'll get off a pass that actually comes off. Tried to dink that back in. I mean, to be fair, even Ronaldo would have struggled to get that back into the striker. Bit of strength there, holding it up, shields it well, gets it off to Mbappe, who obviously does really well, gives it to Harness, who, by the way, is the Portsmouth inform and is actually pretty good. Considering we're 4-0 down in this game, I'm not going to blame Akinfenwa for it. That's a great turn from him there and a good goal. When he shoots, it's powerful. And he does beat the goalkeeper quite often. If you shoot on the stronger right foot, of course. The weak foot is just almost no. There's just almost no point trying. But in this game in particular, we started to come back. I changed the tactics a little bit, moved Mbappe into the middle. You'll go into the Silva gameplay in just a second. But as you can see, as we moved Mbappe into the middle, we started to get a grip of the game a little bit more. And even though we were 5-0 down at one point, Akinfenwa involved in all 3 goals. The game ended 5-3. But he's not like the worst player in the game, obviously. He's very good in front of goal if you can hit it on the strong foot. If you've got an hour to wind up the shot, that is. He's very strong to hold up the ball, and of course it's a novelty to have him in there. And against Silva teams, as you can see, we're in Silva Lounge right now. Against Silva teams, he was better. Decent pass from him there on the weak foot. Lovely little ball roll from Dalbert. And that is my point. Akinfenwa would have struggled to do that. Now, I'm not a great player, but I'm also not a terrible player. I'm in Division 2/1. I'm not too far away from Division 1. I tend to go. I tend to stop at 14 wins in Weekend League with plenty of games left to go on to get Gold 1 or whatever. So I'm not a terrible player. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a great player. I found it very, very difficult to do anything with Akinfenwa in gold matches. So against gold players, it was extremely difficult, which you might think, well, what do you expect? Moise Kean, who is a silver card, was at home against gold cards. He was able to break back lines, score goals. He very rarely missed the target. That was a very good striker for a silver card. Akinfenwa, in my opinion, isn't comparable to Moise Kean. So against silver players in the Silver Lounge, is he any better? He is, but not a lot better. He's one of those cards where I think it's good to unlock it because it would be... I think it'd be one of those cards you'd be thinking, oh, do you know what? If I had him, I think I'd probably like it more than I didn't have him. So I definitely think he's worth unlocking. Maybe not like 100%. If you haven't got the time, don't try and like force yourself to do it. I do think he's worth unlocking. But in terms of usability for me, it was just very... I found it hard to use. It was a challenge. So if you're up for a challenge and you want that sort of degree of, well, if I score a goal, it's not just satisfaction of me scoring a goal, it's the fact that I've done it with Akinfenwa as well. That's kind of what it was. It was like, oh my god, I've actually scored a goal with Akinfenwa. That's the challenge he brings you. So if you want that, yeah, fair play, get it done. In silver games against slightly lesser opponents, I think he could cause problems, and he can definitely bulldoze his way through with the strength that he has. But the pace increase, I mean, yes, it feels more, but it's just not I don't know, he just doesn't feel very good in game at all. I wasn't expecting Messi, but I was kind of half expecting something a little bit better than what we got. Kind of, you know, satisfying to score a goal with him and what have you, but in terms of anything other than Silver Lounge, I think this is a bit of a miss in my opinion. But, you know, it's Akinfenwa, so let's just give him a 99 and celebrate Christmas. If you have enjoyed today's player review, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.